So about a year ago, I had made a channel update video, essentially talking about new videos and content that I was going to be making, and a lot of stuff regarding the back end of the YouTube channel. And in that video, I had essentially mentioned that Sears had bought the company almost in its entirety through a bunch of different channels. Sears really felt a lot safer in really promoting the live streams and not music. I mean, there was the big Sega channel videos and other stuff, but it was really focusing on live streaming. I was content in having to do that for essentially the rest of the channel's lifetime, given the fact that, Sears is a big company. They're still doing stuff, and I didn't think that we would ever have a way out. And then at the beginning of this year, I was told that Sears had pulled out, and then I realized that Sears had pulled out due to something relating to bankruptcy, which is a shock to me. I didn't think that they were going under like that. From all the stuff that I've seen, even in the mall recently, they seem like they're still doing a lot of good business. I mean, it is kind of a shock. These things kind of come out of nowhere. I couldn't possibly have predicted that happen. So in the immediate fallout of Sears leaving the company, we ended up being independent for a little while, and that's why in the beginning of the year, we had a lot more different videos. I didn't do a single music thing. I didn't do a single live stream. It was more dedicated to actual videos that we wanted to make as opposed to the content that I had to make instead. And then around the end of February, I was given notice my stockholders were allowing a brand new sale. So I poured in the entirety of my bank account into that sale to buy the company back. It was about $4, and I knew in my heart that I was going to be able to win this back, and we can just do anything we wanted to do with the channel like we used to. It wasn't until earlier today that I learned that someone had bought the channel instead. So in the middle of recording this, I just got a fax of the people that bought the thing. It was a letter sent by my stockholders. I haven't opened it yet. We're hoping this letter meets you well, blah, blah, blah. It has officially gone through today, effective immediately, that the new owners of the company it's Hooters. Hooters bought the company. Apparently they bid $4.50. I don't understand this. Why? Oh, I guess I have to make some brand new content rules. We can't continue the Sonic Marathon unless we play Forces, which I didn't want to do, but we're gonna have to do it. It turns out they're gonna be straight up sponsoring that video, so that's fantastic. Too bad that video is like 4 years down the road. So it's 2025, everybody's really hopping on the bandwagon now, and Hooters is no different. So now Hooters is telling me that any of the other videos I had planned are going down the shitter, but thankfully, they've provided me with a brand new source of content inspiration, and it turns out they managed to embed it into my channel structure. So it turns out we're going to be using AI to be making videos now. And these are the videos that they want me to make. Yeah, they are. Can't wait to make this. And effective towards the middle of the year, we can't do it now, unfortunately, but effective towards the middle of the year, we are having concepts being made for a brand new rebrand for the channel to fit with the new guidelines that the corporate have given us. And we are going to be now renaming the channel from Lunar Cryptic to Hooters Gaming. And, yeah, it's a great title. Art and music is another thing that I had mentioned in the original video, and one thing that I mentioned in there was the brand new officially licensed Lunar Cryptic 18+ art account, and that account is actually open. It has been open for a while, but due to Sears' really strict guidelines, we weren't allowed to publicly advertise it. But now it's open. It's officially on Twitter now. I can't give the name out for obvious reasons, but things are moving and things are going along, and Hooters thankfully is a lot more lenient with that thing being open, just given the fact that it fits with their corporate structure and their guidelines. Unfortunately, this does mean, though, that every month I have to make a sponsored drawing of Chris wearing the Hooters outfit, so be warned for that. Besides that, there is one more thing I want to mention. Stuff with the marathon, if you've seen the first episode, you would see that there was a lot of animation in there, and animation takes a lot of time, especially given the fact that I'm the only one really doing the art assets for the marathon. Now, I don't want to bother anybody to help with the animation on the back end, mainly for the fact that me and Eddie are a good team. Unfortunately, there has been a bit of a delay with the marathon episodes, given the fact that Eddie went on strike for working conditions. Apparently, being in a closed room the entire day, editing a video with a hot computer without having any sort of windows open would cause heat stroke, and I didn't know about that, and I should have known better. Well, I mean, I'm sorry, Eddie, that's just the way things gotta be for a little bit. Work with me here. I already give you a litter box. You gotta work with me on this sort of stuff. but it's a whole other situation. Essentially, what I'm trying to drive at here is that art and animation for these marathons are taking a lot of time in order to appease Eddie and make sure that he can actually get stuff done without having to stay in the room for about 3 or 4 days straight. We are removing any sort of animated bits from the videos, and we are truncating the videos down to around 30 seconds to 1 minute so they can fit in YouTube Shorts. And hopefully this is good enough for Eddie to come back and keep editing the videos. I'm sorry. I will not be installing a window in the room though. It takes a lot of time and money, and I don't know where to buy that sort of stuff. Yeah, the music's actually dead. Like, I'm not doing that stuff anymore. Now, if you've ever gone on my portfolio on Card, I had mentioned that I had started a video game development indie studio, and it was titled Developers Under the Influence. I haven't announced any games for it, though I have teased one, and Developers Under the Influence are now canceling other projects and restructuring as Hooters Gaming to go along with the YouTube channel. And our first measure is making the game that I mentioned, the Cheese, the indie FPS that we're making with MIDI music. That's being turned into a indie FPS where you have to essentially save Hooters corporate. You're still going to be playing as Chris, that's the whole plan, but his outfit is going to be the Hooters waitress's outfit, the tank top with the short shorts. I can't really mention more than that, NDA and stuff like that. So essentially, all of our projects under DUI are canceled. So we are no longer owned by Sears, and then last minute we got bought out by Hooters. Straight up a 51% buyout. We are completely restructuring all the stuff that we gotta do for the channel to keep it sustainable. So we are kind of crunching down to becoming more of a short form content channel. We are working with a lot of outlets to be able to get a lot of stuff in here. So stuff like Repo, card opening packs, GTA 5 roleplays, Roblox, Minecraft, Skyblock, all this other stuff. We are going to be using a lot of AI to help with the ideas for videos. Besides that, the marathon will continue, though it's going to be primarily on YouTube Shorts and maybe TikTok if we're lucky. Eddie's going to be editing a lot less of the videos. A lot of the future plans that we had prepared, Cheese and stuff, those are all getting canceled to favor a brand new Hooters-themed first-person shooter. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I just wanted to fill you guys in on the future of the channel. And I apologize profusely for not being able to fix this situation, but, I'm pretty sure that Hooters is doing pretty good, right? I don't think it's gonna be like a Sears situation too soon, I think. Oh yeah, by the way, Broth 2 was being made, and we had to cancel it. So, yeah, sorry about that.